Hello everybody and welcome back to The Breakdown, the series where we take on gaming/esports topics for any sort of game. We have been focusing solely on COD esports currently, but we will move on to different things throughout the coming weeks. But two topics I need to finish before I do that are the Call of Duty Champs review and the one we are doing today, the OpTic Top 24 finish. Let me get a rundown of what happened and why they placed top 24 and the whole situation. OpTic game was in a pool. I believe it was the last pool. So I think H maybe. I think G or H, one of the two. But essentially what happened was they were placed in a pool with Evil Geniuses, Elevate, and Supremacy. Now most people took this as a 1 seed for OpTic, a 2 seed for EG, a 3 seed for Elevate, and a 4 seed for Supremacy. But your boy NSeags, Seagulls are cool, Brandon, whatever, made a video. I believe that video got pretty popular. My CWL Champs predictions, and I said that there is a chance OpTic does not make it out of their pool with EG eliminating them on the last day of pool play. I said it's going to come down to whoever wins this map or wins this series will go to bracket play. I said it. I'm not saying I called it because it was a different situation, but I said it could happen, and there was actually someone in my comment section that called me out on it, and it happened. It happened, not in the way I expected it, but it happened. Evil Geniuses was 1-1. OpTic Gaming was 2-0. With the way everything worked out, if EG 3-0'd OpTic was not making it out, and EG was taking first seed, Elevate taking second. Now, people were having this controversy that the way it worked was stupid and it was dumb that OpTic got eliminated. But you know what? Deal with it. We had this system for IW. I believe we had the same system for BO3. No one complained about it then, really. But of course, when OpTic gets eliminated, everybody complains about it. Sure, they made a bracket play. Did they deserve to make it a bracket play? Yes. But EG 3-0'd them. It's simple as that. You can't defend them in that fact. You can defend them that they deserve bracket play, but you can't defend them that they only needed one map against EG and they could not do it. You cannot defend that. So let's go back. EG had to win 3 maps. I believe hardpoint was Gibraltar, I believe. Yes, I believe it was Gibraltar. The SND was Ardennes, and the CTF was Ardennes. And EG smoked them. They destroyed them. They completely obliterated OpTic Gaming in that series. And you know what? Props to them. They're world champions. They deserved it. You know, they deserve to make it out just as much as OpTic, if not more, considering they won. Now, you're probably wondering why am I making this video if I just explained all that. And the reason is I want to talk about their careers and like how much this affected COD in general, and my opinion on like how this all broke down. So let's get into legacies. Now, I did say in my video that Scumpy, if he plays bad champs, whatever, if he retires, excuse me, if he retires, I rank him here. Well, he's not retiring, as he has said, but I still rank him in the spot that I ranked him in my my If Scumpy Retires series, or not series, video. I will say this: I have Aches above Scumpy. Right now, I have Scumpy at, I believe, 5th or 6th, Aches at 4th. Criticize me all you want for that. That's my opinion. He has 2 rings. He has done things. Okay. Let me explain why he's top 4 first. He is top 4 because he's the only man in COD history that has destroyed a dynasty more than once. And I'm not saying beat them. No. I'm saying crumbled them. AW, BO3, and now World War II, even Ghost. he has that factor against OpTic Gaming, and you can't deny that that gives him some status in the all-time rankings. Plus, he has 2 rings. That is only exclusive to 5 players. Aches, Apathy, JCap, Karma, Crim. So I have Aches at top 4. Scump at 5th or 6th. But, send the video if he retires. He ranks here. I want to say that since... excuse me. Since he's not retiring, I think that Scump definitely has a bunch of opportunity to make it higher and higher on the list, if not go to 1 for me. And obviously that top 24 is going to stay there for the rest of his career. Top 24 on a boots game. A boots game. I think that's going to stick with him That's going to stick with him forever. You know, like, we can't take that away, and that is a blemish on his career with some players like Karma, well, I guess Crim, Karma, trying to think about Aches. The worst placing Aches got champs, I think, is IW, top 12. He definitely made it out of bracket play. JCap, his worst was Ghost. So, if you're talking all-time, Scump has a very, very bad champs resume. Very bad. 7th, 8th, 7th, 8th, top 24, does not make it in the bracket play. 3rd, 3rd, 1st. That is not good. I mean, the first, obviously. 3rd, 3rd, like, you don't really remember who got 3rd at tournaments. You remember 1, 2. You remember 1 and 2. I forget who got 3rd at BO3. I forget who got 3rd at IW. I honestly do. I only remember 1 and 2 from champs, and I feel like a lot of people do. So his champs resume is not good, and that is the reason why it's going to stick with him. But since he's not retiring, I give him props for that. You getting top 24 in a boots game when you're supposed to be coming back as the best player in the world, you know, I gotta give him credit. You know, sticking with it, keep going. That's respect. I give him a bunch of respect for that. So I feel like it hurts his legacy a bit. Like me personally, he'll never be 1 or 2 for me, unless he wins like 4 rings. But if he just, you know, continues on his career, maybe wins like 2 more tournaments, I don't think he'll ever be 1 or 2 for me because of that. Because that is a big blemish. You know, you don't really have a bunch of all-time players with top 24 or worse placings at champs. You don't really have that. So let's now get into Crim. I think Crim's legacy is very safe in this aspect. I feel like his legacy is cemented as the best player of all time, if not the second best. I consider him second best. His skill, he was obviously, in my opinion, he was the best World War II player on OpTic Gaming throughout the whole year. He still has 2 rings. I don't think this affects his legacy much. I think this affects his legacy of not being 2 anymore, or 1 anymore, because Karma is 100% best player of all time for me, and Crim is 2, but I think definitely he is 2 or 3. JCap could pass him, or fuck, anybody could pass him now, considering Aches and Apathy have 2 rings. So Crim's legacy, I think, is placed well. Now let's get into the 2 interesting ones, Methods and Octane. Let's get into let's save Octane for the last, because that's the most interesting one for me. Methods. How does this affect his career? It affects it in a... It doesn't affect it much, but I think this affects his career in the sense of... This is why you'll never see Methods as a top 10, top 15 player of all time. Now, obviously, some people might. I doubt it. But Methods' best year was this year. And his best year had him getting top 24 at COD Champs. Obviously, he's an MVP He's an MVP tournament winner, and he's won a tournament this year. This is his first ever tournament win, I believe. But his career is still going. He's still going to be a very good player. You know, he's going to be on teams that might compete for a championship. But I don't think this will affect his career, just because I don't think this is going to... I think this is the peak of Methods, and we won't see him, you know, win like 5 tournaments in a row, 3 tournaments. We won't see that. So I don't feel like this will affect his career that much. If let's say he does become a Don player and he wins like 5 tournaments in a row, wins a world championship, I feel like it won't affect him much, because Methods really, was under the radar before IW, like the end of IW. He then became, more popular, and became a great player for World War II. Top 5, top 7 of the year. So I feel like his legacy won't be that affected later on in his career. But let's get to the big one. Octane. Now, the reason I think this is the most interesting is because there was a situation in Halo where there's this player named Neighbor. I believe this was a situation. Neighbor was considered the best player in the world and possibly could be the next best player of all time. He was the best, and at this time, the Ogres, I think Ogre 2 only, was falling from grace. I think Ogre 1 was there. They were falling from grace. They weren't the Ogres anymore. They were getting top 8, top 9 at tournaments or whatever. Neighbor was like, I could save them. He joins them. He's never the same. He's never a great player. They do all right. They drop Neighbor, and then they start to do good again. Now, is this going to have the Octane? Fuck no. But it's funny to think, and I think this is going to hurt his career because of this. You're going to remember for the rest of your COD competitive, spectator, pro, fan life, Octane left the best or second best team in the world to go to OpTic simply because it is OpTic Gaming. It's not like he was on a bad team. Methods was on a TK roster that looked subpar. They might do well, they might not. No one really knew what was going to happen with the TK roster. LG was already the top best team or the second best team in the league. There was no need to leave them to go to OpTic Gaming. I understand, OpTic. What this isn't Black Ops 2. This isn't Ghost, buddy. You can make money on LG. You were doing fine, especially if your buyout rumor was rumored right in IW. There was no reason for you to leave LG to go to OpTic. You were in the best team, etc., etc. It was just a stupid move. So I think that's going to hurt his career moving on because, in my opinion, Octane was the next guy, dude. He was the next JCap. He was the next Karma. He was the next person to go farther and farther into the all-time rankings. But I feel like if you look at this from like his whole career, you're going to remember he left the best team, second best team in the world in World War II, to join OpTic, where they get top 24 in an event. You're going to remember that. Even obviously, if he wins 3 rings, you're gonna look at the 3 rings more. But say he ends his career with like 5 championships and no rings, you're gonna remember that. You're gonna remember this guy literally left the best team or second best team in the world for OpTic Gaming. He got top 24 champs. That is gonna hurt his career if he doesn't, go beast mode and win like 4 world championships, 2 world championships. So I thought that was funny to think about because that's something that it's a karma, You leave a team who was already great to join a team because of the popularity, and then you don't win. That just shows lesson to the competitors that were watching this, and even myself as a lesson because I'm still a competitor. Never leave a team just to join a better looking team or a better team for views or whatever. Never, especially in an organization. Wait, build it, try and make it part of you. I'm on an organization called Bound Esports. I'm a manager on there. I'm a high-ranking manager. I'm one of the most known people in Bound right now. But when I first joined, no one gave me respect. No one really knew who I am. No one I worked to get harder and harder. But I could join other organizations, be very popular at the very beginning, or join organizations where it's maybe I'll get more respect. But I worked my way up for that. And now I'm in a good position where I'm very high-ranking in Bound, as a sense. I'm not saying that for Octane, because that doesn't protrude to him, because he's not going to be a manager for LG. But for players growing up now and playing, if you're an organization or on a team, stick with the team or organization and see how it plays out. Don't just immediately leave. Don't team hop immediately. Wait. Work it out. See if you can do things. See if you can, make something of this. So that's a lesson. Don't immediately give up on a team or organization. But now back to OpTic. As it stands, I don't think this hurts his career that much. But in the future, if he doesn't win, this could greatly hurt his career. Just considering he left a top 2 team to team with a team just because of the name. I think that might affect him. Now done with the legacies. I want to talk about what this meant for COD OpTic getting top 24. I think this helped COD a lot. I feel like this, when OpTic got top 24, you saw, this is what pissed me off. I saw online, on Twitter, OpTic members, of course, defending them or whatever, and saying, goodbye viewership, COD is nothing without OpTic, you gotta get, 40K for the grand finals or whatever. Obviously, if OpTic was playing, they'd get way more viewers than what we would. But I am so proud of the COD scene. We did not do bad. We did amazing. I think this was one of the best COD champs has ever been watched, viewership-wise. I believe. I read something about it, or saw something on Reddit about it, that it was one of the best. Not the best, by far. That was IW, probably. But one of the best. And I'm so happy with that, because that proves all the motherfuckers on Twitter saying, without OpTic, we're nothing. Without OpTic, we'd be in the ground. That is fucking wrong. It is wrong, and I am so proud of us that we literally, without the most big org in the league, still managed to get like a close to 200K on Twitch for the grand finals, and then add Twitch, add Twitter, add MLG, add YouTube if we were streaming on YouTube. All that together, we had like 500K. Like, we were doing so fucking well without OpTic. Now, obviously, if we were with OpTic, obviously it'd be better. But I'm so proud of this, of us, because now we know at the biggest event of the year we can last without OpTic Gaming, which is very surprising to say considering how big they are and what they mean for our numbers during the regular season. I'm so proud of that. Let me talk about another reason why I think this is such a big thing for Call of Duty. COD needed this, I think. Every sport, esport, whatever, needs that event or championship match where the biggest dog is not in the park. OpTic Gaming was in the grand finals this year for COD Champs, and they weren't even in bracket play. I feel like we need this, because this gave a chance for teams to show themselves. Not against OpTic Gaming, where they have to compete against, the screaming 12-year-olds in this crowd, or, whatever. They got to show that they have personalities too. They are entertaining. They are great players, and they can be a great team to watch. I have so much respect for E United and Clayster to this event, because they were the OpTic at this event. They literally played the crowd. Everybody loved them. Clayster was literally the hero of the Call of Duty scene for a straight weekend. It was insane to watch. Everybody chanting Clay. Clay standing up after every match. The crowd showing them love. It looked like they were OpTic Gaming. And this was for other teams too. It wasn't just for them. And Clayster, he does the most respectful thing that I've ever seen in esports history, in my opinion. That you get eliminated from FaZe Clan and get top 4. Clayster stands up. He orders a group hug from E United, and a group hug on the main stage. And he's saying, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of what we done. Whatever. That is so the fact that he did that shows that there is entertainment value. There is fan value for other teams. And having OpTic get eliminated, obviously, I'm going to sound like a hater, but I don't care. I know I love OpTic. I know I love the organization. I know I love Hex. I know I love the players, whatever. I don't care what you think. OpTic getting eliminated from COD Champs was such a good thing for us, because now there are probably so many people that are fans of other players, fans of other organizations now, because we didn't have to fucking put all our viewership into one match the entire tournament. Because, with OpTic being in the tournament, obviously, whenever OpTic was playing, it was going to be the most viewers. Obviously, everybody's going to go there. Without that, everybody went to different streams. They went to Bravo, they went to Charlie, they went to Delta, they went to whatever, and it was so nice, because Alpha too, because you now had so many people watching different streams that they could learn if they like these players, if they like this organization, and they could be a fan of something besides OpTic just because it's not down our fucking throat. I'm so proud of us as a esports game that we prove we don't need OpTic. Okay, let me not say that. We need OpTic, but let me say we don't need OpTic in a tournament. to carry us through the weekend. Because I really, truly do think that without OpTic, it helped us. I think next year we're going to have a lot more fans for different teams, and I'm happy about this. This will be the last topic I want to touch on, but I just want to finish my video with, again, when it comes to the viewership thing, I think this was really good for us. I think it was good that we were able to have an entire weekend's worth of tournament without OpTic Gaming, and we proved that we can and did well in viewership. Will this ever happen again? Probably not. OpTic probably won't miss bracket play again. Will we ever truly see if OpTic losing was good? Probably not, but you might see some of it. You might see more hype chance for other teams. You know, you never know. And I'm so happy about that, because a lot of people, you know, always say, you know, without OpTic, we'd be dead. Without OpTic, we would not even get 20K. They're wrong. They are wrong, and we proved it. Especially at the biggest event in the year. Now, obviously, maybe if it wasn't a bit, well, actually, I mean, they got top 2016 at or top 16 at that one event. And, you know, we still did pretty well. We obviously didn't go as good without them or with them, but we did well. So, when it comes to OpTic in top 24, I think they deserve to make bracket play, but I think they lost the match against EG because of, you know, just because of them. They played bad that match. I don't think we can really. I don't feel like we can really bitch about it and say, oh, if OpTic won, they would have won catch it. Don't think about that. Think about it just as like they lost. I got to experience the entire weekend of looking at other teams and other players succeed and play the crowd and essentially be the star, without them worrying, oh, OpTic will never be as big as OpTic, or, you know, whatever. This was their chance to show they can, and I'm proud of them, especially EU United. I'm definitely happy about United. So that'll be the end of the video, guys. Final topic, like, about legacies. Again, like, it won't affect their careers that much. Maybe just little blemishes and maybe thoughts that you'll remember. To me, none of those players will be number one. I think Karma is now number one. Definitely, especially because I think he's coming back for BO4. Obviously, things could change if he has a terrible BO4 season. I think he's gonna rule the fucking game, to be honest with you. But then about viewership, what it helped. I think it helped COD a lot, because I think now more people have seen the other side of teams, the other teams that play in these games, and they're not just worried about OpTic Gaming doing well. They watch the entire tournament, and now maybe they'll be fans of other teams, other players, and maybe one day, if OpTic ever leaves Call of Duty, we will be fine. So I'm happy about that. Happy about the viewership. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of The Breakdown. This one might be a little controversial, but I hope you guys don't, you know, bash me about, you know, the whole ranking system again, or, you know, me saying that OpTic wasn't needed for champs. I think it would have been nice to have them, obviously, but they weren't needed, and I think that was shown. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, please leave some feedback in the comments. The main thing I want feedback. I want to know if I'm doing a good job making this content for you, what you want me to do, whatever. Just please give me some feedback, whatever kind of feedback it may be. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next chapter.